Good day and welcome to Star Wars Battlefront. Yeah. So I've wanted to do playing a bit of this for a while, but I kind of left it until now because, yeah. So I've played about 10 hours of this on my PC altogether, and there's quite a few things I want to talk about this game. So I thought playing a bit of would have suited us best. So, first off, the thing that everyone complains about. There's online multiplayer, which has up to 6 to 10 players, 6 to 40 players even, which is really, really intense, and 1 or 2 player action in mission mode. These mission modes have training, battle, and survival, and there's about 3 or 4 planets on each. There's no reason at all to do training. Battle is just like online, but more watered down, and survival is just pretty much what it says. Survival of waves of enemies, and you have to kill them. So straight away, does this warrant a full price tag on the game? Absolutely not, especially if you have a pretty bad internet connection and this is your only way to play it. Well, technically you only have 2 because there's no reason to do training. Not at all. There's no reason to do it. I guess we're just going to do survival, and one of the best ones I've played on is Celeste, I think. I'm going to do normal because this is kind of hard. For me, anyway. I just find this map to be rather hard. I think it's because it's like so intertwined with each other and it's like a maze kind of. So, weapons, weapons. Oh my god. I'm gonna talk about this more in a bit, but oh my god, if you've played online, then the rage is strong with this gun. But for this game, I think I'm gonna just stick with the E11. I kind of use that online sometimes, and I use an ion torpedo. Boo.
We've got them. We've got the plans.
All right, let's get out of here.
Mouse. So that cutscene could have set the standard for the content of the game they could have produced. Like for the single player campaign, those cutscenes were really, really good. And if they made a whole campaign with those cutscenes, it would have been incredible, but they didn't. It's like there was so much more they could have done with this game, but they didn't do it. Where's this guy? Oh, wait, where's the guy? Ah! Okay, so graphically, this game is one of the best looking games of 2015, hands down. Wait, what am I doing? No! Ah! I have my ion blaster attached on 3 and a thermal grenade on 1. So I usually just do that. So if I just keep pressing 1 or 2 accidentally, then sorry, but it kind of happens. Hey, so this is basically just two main areas that this game succeeds in almost flawlessly, and it's sound design and graphics. The sound design and graphics are incredible. Some of the best sounding and looking games I've ever seen and heard. It's just so good. But for some reason I've never really seen Star Wars properly. I've seen parts of Star Wars, but not enough, I guess. So there's areas that I recognize, but there's areas that I can't really attach to enough to be like, oh, this is Star Wars, and I'm in Star Wars. Hey, there's a guy behind. No, where's the guy? Oh, he's over there. Go away. You'll see me try to get as many close range melee attacks as I can. But the problem with melee attacks is that I find them almost useless. I say this because in other games, melee attacks are pretty much an instant kill. But with Battlefront, it takes off pretty much half the health. And that's pretty much all it does. So if you get your enemy down to an amount that isn't enough to kill with a melee attack, then they basically just kill you, because the recoil on, well, not the recoil, the pullback or whatever it is on the melee attacks is way too long, so they can just kill you if you miss that melee with a kill. It's just so long. It's just really annoying. Come back. Get it? Yeah. Oh Jesus. Okay. So majority of the guns feel exactly the same. Mechanically, they feel pretty much the same. The range that you see is pretty much exactly the same on all guns. The only things that I would say are different are the damage, possibly the reach of the shots, and the shot fire speed as well. But apart from that, every gun feels pretty much exactly the same. I feel like the outright worst offender to all of the guns in Battlefront is the DL-44. Just straight up the worst gun. And it makes it worse because the people that bought the, what was it, the Deluxe Edition or something, they got the DL-44 like straight away, but everyone else has to wait until they reach a certain level. And I wasn't paying however much the price just to use a DL-44 straight away. When I unlock the DL-44, I might use it, maybe, but I wouldn't use it all the time because it's just such a cheap gun. I mentioned earlier that if you play online, then you'd understand what I mean, and you really would, because the DL-44 is so powerful that if you try and get into a fight with a DL-44 with someone, 9 times out of 10, you're the one that's going to lose if you're not using it. Which is really, really bad, especially if it's a gun that you can get pretty much straight away by buying it. I'm not saying that the bundle is bad, because there's been bundles that are a lot worse, but that bundle just isn't that good. Especially if you get like the strongest weapon in the game straight away. There's like no point playing it because there's no build up to like a certain point. No, it's mine. I think the worst part about Battlefront is that EA, well not EA, but who's the company? DICE. They know that they could have done so much more with it, and I think it was something to do with EA not letting them do more or something. I don't know. But the thing, because they know they could have done so much more, and that they know that. Wait, where's that coming from? And that they know that they're going to add more into the sequel of this. It's just terrible. It's like if they know that they're gonna add more into the sequel without the game being out for, how long's it been out? Not even a month. And they still have DLC of planets and new game modes, or is it game modes or just maps? I think it's just maps. But if it's just maps they're adding, and they know that they can add more game modes and make the game more fun. I don't know what stuttering is. But if they know that they can do that in the sequel without the game even being out for a month, then why not just include it with the game to begin with, or just add it as updates further on? I find it that EA is kind of cheating us. Well, I'm not saying it's a bad game, I'm just saying, like, comparatively to Battlefront 2. This is nothing like it, and nothing like people are expecting it to be. And EA knows this. They know that they could have done a lot more with it, but they just chose not to, which is the most insulting thing. That they were too lazy to bother adding more to the game. Hey, come back. Ah. Hey, I was gonna melee you. It's just like an arcadey game. This game is still really, really fun. There's nothing wrong with it being just like an arcade game. But I don't know, it's just knowing that they could have done more. It's just so disappointing. I'm gonna use my orbital strike. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Could I get it? There. Yeah! Kill it. Yeah. I usually leave the ATSTs until last. I usually get rid of all the stormtroopers and things. Wait, what's this guy doing? Hey. Is that... What? I don't know, it feels like I'm just, like, complaining about the game, but I find it so fun. I don't usually find online, quote-unquote, only games to be so much fun, but it is, and I don't know why. Where's the things? Give me the things. This one. Oh, yay! I like this one. Thermal imploder makes the best noise. Straight up, like the best noise. Go! Kill him. Boom.
Even the Empire's resources are not unlimited.
Something else I just remembered on online mode is that you have heroes, and these basically just consist of Luke Skywalker for the heroes. It's Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Princess Leia. And for the villains, well, for the wait, this noise, noise is great. And for the villain, I think it's called the villains. It's yeah, Lord Palpatine, Darth Vader, and Boba Fett. Wow, go away. For me, I think that Darth Vader and Luke are the most... For me, I think that Luke and Darth Vader are the strongest characters, but then some people say that Boba Fett is the strongest villain character because of his like jetpack and flamethrower and stuff. I used Boba Fett like once. I should probably use him more before I can like properly say, but I've outright used Luke and Darth Vader so many times. I can just be like, yeah, they're really, really strong. Even online, I can kill a lot of people with both of them, and so could anyone. Knowing that like they're the strongest ones kind of makes the other ones a bit obsolete. Something else I was thinking of before was that if the DL-44 is Han Solo's blaster, why didn't they just leave it as Han Solo's blaster instead of letting players use it as well? Because the fact that it's overpowered and that it's a hero blaster makes it like horrible for anyone. Ah, hello. Ow. Wow. I don't know, it might sound like I'm just complaining, but I don't know, if you play online and if you buy this game expecting it to be like a single player experience and you're gonna have like so much fun with it, then you might be disappointed. But if you're expecting like a quick pick up and play arcadey style game, then I think you're gonna have a lot of fun with it, because as someone that doesn't really play first person shooters, and like especially online games, I rarely play games online, but you still might have a really fun time with it. But if you're expecting it to be Battlefront, like Battlefront 1 and 2, I really don't think you're going to be happy with the game. I think the main problem with everyone in Battlefront is that because everyone is expecting it to be like the original Battlefront and not something new, it's like the main problem that everyone's having. But otherwise, like excluding all those problems, the game functions incredibly well. I mean, this is like a really fun arcadey game that is like super really fun in short bursts. That's gonna get him. I don't know, if you want a really in-depth analysis about this game, or complaining thing, or either, then go watch Angry Joe's video, because he talks a lot about this game. He seemed really irritated about this. I mean, I really enjoyed the beta, so it was like, I just wanted to get this game anyway, because it was just so fun, and I wanted to play more, so it was like the only reason I had to get it. But otherwise, if I was like just expecting it to be Battlefront, then I played the beta, I might not have got this. I think I'm gonna use the orbital strike and then see how many I can get. Which I just wait. I'm gonna wait until the ATSD comes back. Hey, that's cheating. Come back. No. I'm kind of surprised as well. Like, something about the sound. Is that if you've seen Star Wars or like any film where someone gets killed during like the 90s or something, then there's the scream called the Wilhelm scream. I think there's like 2 of them. And one of them is like the most popular one. And I thought that I was going to be hearing the Wilhelm scream like all of the time. But I've only heard it like twice. And I love that as well. When someone's flying and then you kill them and then their jetpack just like goes out of control. I haven't really spoken about the gameplay, but in waves, every 3rd or 4th wave is a pod, and these basically always work exactly the same. Pod drops, land troopers come, ATSTs and TIE fighters come, and then you have to defend the pod, and it's pretty much the exact same thing almost every round with pretty much no change. Go! I think I left that too late. Yeah. I didn't even touch it. Like, I think they could have changed the gameplay up a bit. Whoa, no. How did I survive that? No! They're taking it. I'm not gonna survive this. I like that you have the option to do this as well. With the 3rd person camera. I don't use it that much, because I prefer using 1st person perspective. But, jeez. Like, just in time. I don't use 3rd person perspective that much. I usually just use the 1st person. I didn't know the ATST locked on so much. I forgot I was talking about, like, variations. They could have at least done something to change up the variation of the gameplay a bit. Like, other droids that the Imperials use or something? I don't know. They could have just, like, mixed it up a bit more, because this does get a bit long. Yeah. I win. Wait, there's still 2 things left as a droid. Go away. Boom. Yeah.
Job acquiring the plan. We paid for it dearly. We're starting our approach on Sullust.
Yay! Oh, that guy. Love that guy. He looks like George Takei. It's amazing.
We need to get out of here.
Someone say they needed a lift?
I'll do one of these to show the battle kind of things. Here's one of my hugest problems with this. So, last week there was a map that was released. It ties in with the new Star Wars film. I don't know if I'll see. And it was like, it's a new planet. It's a new world thing. And it's just like a slightly altered Tatooine. It's like, it's not really much different. It's just like the map's layout slightly different. It's still like fighting in the desert. One of my favorite things about the original Battlefront games, and I shouldn't be comparing it to the original Battlefront, but it's the only basis I have to compare it to. You had all these maps. So you had like on I think there were battles in the Death Star. I can't remember, but I think there were like battles in Starfleets, like Starfleet carriers, and there were space battles and these really interesting maps to play on. And then there's like 4 variants of maps on here. And it's like, you could have done just a tiny bit more of map variation. Could have had like on a ship, fighting on a ship, little space battle, the spaceship battle. Yeah, maybe, no, okay, but I don't know. I would have liked to have had more variation in maps, but beggars can't be choosers and such. I don't know, let's be the rebels, and you know what, I'm gonna show Luke, just to show you like how fast and how powerful he is. I really want to point this out, Just please don't make it seem like I hate this game, because I really don't. This game is super gosh darn fun. Like, I really, really like it. But it's just like some of these problems that it could have easily ironed out. And if they spent like a few more months in dev time, like this game could have been so much more than it is. Like, I'm not the only one that feels cheated. Like, surely there must be so many people that also feel cheated about this. Like, the fact that this is what we got is like, from a Star Wars point of view, and they can't be like, oh, this is like a test, if you will, to see how the fans react to a new Battlefront game and a new formula. Because people would have bought this game anyway. It's a Star Wars game. Star Wars games are, most of the time, really, really good. The Battlefront games are just incredible. The GameCube Star Wars game that looks incredible. I haven't played it yet, but everyone's favorite Star Wars Connect game. You could dance like Han Solo. I don't know how Han Solo would dance, but that song is like Han Solo, Han Solo, Han Solo, Han Solo. Hey, yep, we get back, guys. But I guess this is like the way that the industry's going with games. It's like everything has to be online games now, and companies are starting to forget that games like are mostly based on single player campaigns. This is like how games are most fun. But I don't know why game devs think that people always want to have games to be online, because we don't. We still really enjoy playing games on our own. Hey, what's this guy? There's the guy. Hey, what you doing? Yeah, one of my favorite online modes is, it's like capture the flag, but you move your team forward to different capture points. I think that mode's pretty fun. But most of the time I kind of lose, maybe. One mode that I lose on like all of the time is, what is it, like team deathmatch kind of thing. That I die all the time. And why? This is my biggest problem with the PC version. Why is console commands enabled? It is so annoying. I keep pressing 1. I keep going to press 1. And instead of opening, well, using my command that's on the 1 button, I open the console commands. I don't want the bloody console commands. I just want to play the game. Wow. Whoa. The biggest problem with having console commands on is that you can't turn them off and you can't rebind the console command key. So, like, not looking at the keyboard to focus on the gameplay, you're going to be pressing the console commands button a lot. Well, I have anyway. I don't know if anyone else has, but I just press it so many times on accident trying to press 1. Yay! Did it! Woo! But I think I'm done with Battlefront for today. Let's have a look around. I don't know. I really, really like playing Battlefront. It's a really, really fun game. But it's just like everyone's comparing it to the original Battlefront games, and understandably so, because this it carries the Battlefront name. If they didn't want it to be associated with the original Battlefront games, then they should have just called it something else. Yeah. I don't know what the reason for these to be here are. But they're there, I guess. But, Battlefront is still a really fun game. It's just that if they fix these mechanics and updated the game to have maybe a bit more variation, and even nerf or completely remove the DL-44 for players to use, then this game would be so much more fun. But I think everyone's biggest problem, like I keep saying, is that this game is associated with the Battlefront name and people are expecting it to be Battlefront. It's like, you can't really expect anything else from a Battlefront game. But I keep saying it makes it seem like I hate this game. But I don't. I really, really love playing this game. I've played so much of this game already, and I'm obviously going to play more because it's just really fun. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to do for this video. Thank you for watching this playing a bit of Battlefront. And if you think you'd enjoy this, it's an arcadey kind of game. If you think you enjoy arcadey kind of games, then this will be right up your alley. But if you're expecting it to be like Battlefront, then you are sorely going to be mistaken. So keep that in mind. So thank you for watching again. And until next time, good day. It feels like I've complained about this game so much. But I don't hate it. Please remember that.